the same time as the 15-year-old. So those two were associated, and there's
Hey, mueve la parrillera, muévela. Ábrele ya, ábrele.
Are you from Seattle, or you guys? Damn, you came up from Tacoma.
As a recap, shortly after 6 p.m. last night, officers responded to the sound of gunfire. They were supporting the Bite of Seattle and within seconds took a suspect into custody. We shared this morning that a 19-year-old man, a 44-year-old man, and a 56-year-old woman were killed. 2 died at the scene, and a 3rd passed away at Harborview Medical Center. We now know that at least 2 people exchanged gunfire outside the Seattle Center Armory. 1 is in custody, and a 2nd has been identified as the 19-year-old deceased man. This is new information in our ongoing investigation. Police continue to look for a 3rd possible suspect. The Seattle Police Department detained a 15-year-old juvenile in connection with the shooting. The teen was booked into the Judge Patricia H. Clark Children and Family Justice Center for investigation for firearms violations and first-degree assault. We believe this teenager opened fire in the crowd, but details are still under investigation.
At this point, we believe this could be gang-related. There were 2 groups firing in the area near the armory during the Bite of Seattle. We believe 2 of the individuals were associates with each other. This is the 19-year-old who passed away and the 15-year-old who was arrested last night. There have been a lot of questions about cameras. Our detectives are still collecting and reviewing video evidence from buildings around the area.
There is a second shooter. We're trying to identify who that person is. Our officers need your help. If someone saw something, or perhaps if someone has some video, we need to identify that person. We do believe that there was an exchange of gunfire. We have 1 person in custody that our officers took into custody. We need to figure out who that other person is.
I heard the first gunshot fired, which sort of startled me. I immediately actually thought in my head, it ran through gunshot. And then there was a rapid fire succession of shooting. It was so rapid, it sounded as if you can imagine someone lighting a string of firecrackers. Hundreds and hundreds of people start fleeing. The crowd's loud. People are screaming. They're pushing down barricades and through vendors to get out. I was actually avoiding the crowd, went behind the vendors. We were pushed and fell. Trying to exit, unfortunately, all across the United States. And you just really think, well, it's never going to be me, or I'll never be part of something like this. And it was pretty emotional. It was frightening, not knowing really if you were safe or what areas were safe.